101 episode 1. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to get/keep returning customers in 2025. As someone who comfortably makes 7-figure from her businesses monthly, I can confidently say that I have successfully cracked the code to getting customers and retaining them. Throughout the month of February, I was literally sick and resting. I could not even properly promote my business, but I still made a reasonable number of sales. A majority of these sales were from people who were referred to my business and returning customers. I'm going to be splitting this into two major parts, which are the before sales service and the after sales service. Before sales service is basically those services you have to do to be able to get a customer to come buy from you, and then the after sales service will help you retain this customer and keep them coming back to you. The before sales service, the first will be marketing. As a small business owner, you already have a business that you have started, you have planned out, and you know that okay, this is what I want to sell. Probably stocked up goods, or you're currently doing drop shipping. Let's say you do not have enough capital to stock up your goods and you want to first start with like drop shipping goods, which is basically you advertising a particular product which you already have a supplier for, and then when you see a buyer, you communicate with your supplier to get the goods either at a discounted price or even the same price. You probably just add your profit to it, and then you pay the supplier and the supplier ships the product down to your customer. I have a lot of customers who do this with my business, and I can say that this is the best way to start if you are just starting out. Marketing, social media has made it very easy and very affordable. I would say affordable because we have TikTok where you can just make a video and surprisingly the video just goes viral. You get a lot of customers from that video. I have a story I always talk about regarding how TikTok helped me blow my business, and I don't think I would ever stop talking about that story. Basically how one day I just decided to create a random content for an item I sell, and it got over 1 million views on TikTok and Instagram combined, and that made me like my total yearly sale for that year in 1 month. I see no reason why as a small business owner you're not trying so hard to put out your business there. You might not see results immediately, but just consistently showing up can help you go a very long way. You want to be very creative, make very short videos, because people on social media have literally very short attention span, and if you're not convincing them in the first few seconds of your video, they might not sit to watch the whole of the video. So try to be very creative with your content, make your videos very short and very detailed. Like even though it's short, it should contain like all the necessary information about that particular thing you're trying to advertise to them. If you feel like you have the money, you can migrate into doing sponsored ad. I mix both sponsored ads and creating content, and I can tell you that it has really helped my business a lot. When you run sponsored ad, you want to ensure that you learn about your target audience, their age, their location, and the kind of things that you're interested in, just so you're not targeting the wrong people. The next will be preparation. Logically, the first thing you're supposed to do is to properly prepare before you start to market your business. But as a small business owner, it's only realistic that you do not even know what direction you're taking. I've been doing business for years, and I still feel like there are a lot of things I'm lagging on, and I'm not still like really as prepared as I would want to be. So you just want to go with the flow, and as you grow, you learn. Being prepared would usually require you to have a structure for your business, like how your business will be run. If you want to have policies, have your policies so your customers know what to expect. Have goods in stock. You start getting the traffic, you're able to supply everyone. But like I said, it's not realistic for a small business owner. So that's why you can just basically start your marketing and you grow along, and you get to understand what you need to change and what you need to implement into your business. Because remember that my viral video on TikTok that I talked about, when people started coming in, I didn't have enough goods, and I kept on telling them, oh, this item is sold out, it's sold out, it's sold out. And they start going to look for other people who had that item in stock. The majority of them got to know about that particular product from my videos. So now they are aware of that product, and now they want to go look for other vendors who have that product available in stock and not wanting to wait for me to restock. Okay, if you do not have enough money to stock as much product as you would want to have in stock, you just start where you can start from and grow the business. Now that you're done with marketing and you started getting inquiries, you want to ensure that you are responding to your customers as quickly as possible. Like quick response is key. If you happen to do everything yourself, which is like very common with so many small businesses, especially myself, like I do majority of the work myself, you want to ensure to be always available to attend to your customers. Some customers do not like waiting to get a response. So many customers are impulse buyers, like they see an item and they just want the item immediately and not even have to sit through it to think if they really want it. For customers like that, if you delay to respond to their messages, you are giving them enough time to think about that purchase, and I'm pretty sure that by the end of the day, or whenever you finally decide to respond to them, they already do not see the need to buy that item again. Some would be chatting with as many as 5 vendors at the same time, and whosoever is quick enough to respond to them faster will be the one to lock that sale. So you want to ensure to be always available. I know you cannot always be available because there are some customers who would message you as late as 1 or 2 a.m. So it's crazy. But for me, anytime I'm on my phone, I'm online, as far as it's not inconveniencing me, I can respond to your message even if it's at 2 a.m. if I feel like it, because I don't like keeping customers waiting. As soon as you notice your business has started to grow and you may not be able to handle everything yourself, you may want to get someone to assist you with doing that, just so you ensure that you're not keeping your customers waiting. Next point would be learning how to solve your customers' problem. Why so many people think that they are not making sale is because they're not trying to solve a problem. Like, they just want to sell, but they're not trying to solve a problem. And you also do not want to be very salesy all the time. Some customers might be straightforward. They've already done their research and know about the product they want to purchase, and they're just looking for a vendor to get that item from, while others are still very confused and they may ask you a lot of questions when they come. Okay, so don't get irritated. You want to give them listening ears, even though some might not end up in sale, because I know like some customers can be really amazing, but you just want to try your best to be as patient with them as possible. Also try to explain the best way you can to build trust and also build a friendly customer/vendor relationship. For example, I sell portable mini printers and I sell different type of printers here, and there was a particular customer who came to my DM and she was confused about the type of printer to get for the work that she needed the printer to do. And then she asked me, normally I would have just said, yes, go for this one. But what did I do instead? I took my time to really explain the differences between all the printers I sell and allowed her to make her decision herself. And she finally made the purchase. Now that you've been able to convince the customer to trust you with their money and they have patronized you, it doesn't end here, okay? This is where after sales services comes in. The first after sales service would be delivery. As an online vendor, swift delivery should be one of your marketing strategy. Customers like a stress-free and very fast delivery service, and if it's possible that you can make it affordable for them, try your best to make it as affordable as possible. Like right now, delivery is something that's still stressing me out because I used to have a really good delivery company I use and they were very affordable at the time, and all of a sudden they just became expensive. And even though their services are the best to me, some of my customers still find it very expensive for them. Sometimes I even have to like subsidize the price for them just so it's something they can afford, but it just keeps growing and I had to go look for an alternative. It's stressful on me because then I used to just send all of my packages to one particular location. Now I have to start sending it to different locations, which is a lot of work. Just ensure to keep searching for the best option for your customers. After they receive their products, you want to ensure to do a follow-up, but this is not really compulsory, especially if you're very busy. You have a lot of customers. You may not be able to do follow-ups on all of them. Just ensure to do a follow-up on the ones that you can do. For someone like me who sell like electronic devices, it's only normal that I reach out to my customers to know if they are able to properly use the items they got from me or if they need an assistance in operating the machine. So you understand what I mean. The next step would be how you handle complaints. Whether you like it or not, there are going to be customers who come back with complaints, either with delivery or with the items they received. Like, this is inevitable, especially when your business is growing. You need to be very professional with handling these, and also try to see how you can handle it in a way that you get to put the customer first, in a way that is not also detrimental to yourself or your business. One issue I used to have with my business was that some customers would come back to complain that an item they got from me is either faulty or broken, and because I did not check the item before sending it out, and also I cannot blame the customer. They are responsible for the item being that way because obviously I did not check, so I don't know what state it was before I sent it out. I always ended up refunding or exchanging the item because I just want the customer to be happy here. So what I started doing was to always ensure that I check that every item I send out was in good condition before sending out. So when you come back to complain, I'm confident enough to say that that item was not sent out in a bad state. Sometimes I used to have cases of mix up, especially when we have a lot of orders to pack and we are rushing. Sometimes I might forget to add a particular item to the order. In cases like that, what I do is, if the customer still wants the item, I find a way to send it over to them. But if they do not want the item again, I just refund them for it. So you want to always think of the best possible ways to solve situations like that to ensure that everyone is happy, especially the customer. So the next point I would give is gifting. And when I mean gifting, I don't mean like gifting the most random gifts to your customers. Gift them thoughtful gifts that they can find useful. And somehow, if you know how to play your game, you can also use these gifts to bring back these customers. So an example of a gift you can give would be a sample of your product or a complimentary product of the product they got from you. So for me, what I do, I sell packaging materials here, and there are some really affordable packaging materials that I add to my customers' gifts. Like, when I check through the person's order and I see that the person got a set of packaging materials, and they did not buy this particular one, and it's a very affordable packaging material which would not cost me a lot of money to gift out. I just added to their items, and I've had so many of these customers come back to buy that item that I added as a gift. Probably did not know I was selling that item, but after I gifted it to them and they were able to use it and they saw the effectiveness of that product, they actually came back to buy that particular item that was a gift. You can see how you can use gifting to lure your customers back. So these are all the points I have to give. If you have any that you want to share with your fellow business owners, you can leave them in the comment section below. I hope you find this video helpful. And do not forget to subscribe to my channel for more amazing content. Thanks for watching, and bye.